Hi guys, welcome back to another video of Easy Tutorials, and in the first video we have created the home page of our house listing website, and in the second video we created this second page which is the house listing page. Now in this video we are going to create the third page which is the house details page. You can see here we have the house title and some images, and after that we have some text and one inquiry form and some other description, one map and the host info. And this page is also completely responsive. Let me open this web page in a smaller screen so that you can see how it looks in a smaller screen. So you can see this page is responsive. It looks perfect in a smaller screen also. So we are going to create this complete responsive page, and then we will connect all these pages so that we can click and navigate to the another page. So let's start this video. Here in this folder you can see we have already created the index.html file and listing.html file, and in this images folder you can see I have added some new image which is the host image and these 4 other images. You can find all these images download link in the video description. Next we will open the code file which is the VS Code. So in this one you can see this is the HTML file for the second page which is the listing page. Let me scroll this file. You can see these things we have created in the last video, and this was the CSS file. Again we will write the CSS in the same file. Now we will create a new file and save this file as a new file name called house.html. Now in this file we will add the same thing that we have added in listing page. So just copy this head from the listing file, copy and paste it here in this new file. So we have added the same head tag, and let me close this body tag here, and after that we will close the HTML tag. Now within this body we have to add the navigation bar. So let me come back and copy this navigation bar from the previous page. Copy and paste it here in this new file. After that we will change the title of this page. So let me write house details page. And next we will open this web page with the web browser. So on this web page you can see only navigation bar with one logo, some links and one button, the same as the second page. Now let me come back to the HTML file of the new page, and here we will create another div. Let's add a class name for this div. It is house details. In this div we will create another div with the class name house title. Here we will add the title in h1. So this is the text. After that open the web page, and you can see this title in the left side. So we need some space from left and right side. So just copy this class name house details, write it here. Before that we will add one comment, house details page, and write this class name. So for this one we will add some padding. So let's add the padding of 0 from top and bottom and 12% from left and right side. Now you can see some space from the left side. Next, just come back to the HTML file and copy this class name house title, write it here, and here we will add the space from the top. So margin top 50 pixel. Let me write this class name again, then write h1 because we have added the title in h1 tag. So for this h1 let's add the font weight 600, and this title looks good. After that we will add some icons and text. So just come back, and here let's add one div with the class name row, and in this row first we will add one div, and in this div we will add some icons. So to get the icon, let me come back to the previous page and copy this icon from here and add it here. This is the same star icons. You can see these stars here. This is 3.5 star. Before closing this div we will add one span tag, and in this span we will add a text 245 reviews. And after this closing div, we will add another div. And in this one, we will add text in p tag. So this is the text location and the information about the location. After adding this, let's come to the web page, and you can see it is like this. It is in 2 lines. So let me come back and copy this class name row. Here we will add house title, then row. In this one, we will add display flex, and flex wrap will be wrap, and align items center. Some space, so we will add 10 pixel 0. So you can see this text in one single line. Let me copy this class name again, and here we will add a span. So for this span, we will add some margin. Now it is looking good. Let's copy this class name again, then write this one I tag, because we have the icons in I tag. So write I, and here we will change the color. And after that, we will change the font size. So this icon looks good. After that, we have to add some images. So let me come back, and after closing of this div for the house title, here we will add one div with the class name gallery. And in this gallery, let's add another div, and within this div, we will add one image. Write the file path of the image. And let me duplicate this line. So there will be 5 images. Write the different file name, and you can see these images on the web page. Let's come back and copy this class name gallery. For this gallery, we have to add the CSS. So for this one, we will add display. So the display will be grid. The gallery will be responsive, and after that we will add grid gap 10 pixels. So we will get 10 pixel space between all the images. Let's add this class name again, then write div and img. For this image, we will add the width 100%, and display will be block. Then border radius 10 pixel. You can see some changes. Now we have to set the template of this grid layout. So just come back. So in this first div, we will add a class name gallery img1. So this is the class name for the first div of the gallery. Write this class name here, and here we will add grid area and write any name. So I will write first. It could be anything. And in this one, we have to add the template. So let me add grid template areas and write first, again first, then dot and dot. So in the first row, we will get one big image, then 2 small image. Again, write the same thing, first, dot and dot. So in the second row also, we will get the one big image and 2 small image. Let's refresh the web page, and you can see the layout for this gallery looks perfect. Now we will add some space around this gallery. So let me come back, and here we will add margin 20 pixel and 0. So we will get space from top and bottom. Now just come back to the HTML file, and after this gallery, we will add some text. So let me add a div with the class name small details, and in this one, let's add a small title in h2. So this is the title, and one small text in p tag. So here is the text. Here we are adding NBSP to add some space between these text. And after that, we will add the price info in h4. You can see these text below the gallery. Next, we have to add the CSS properties for this one. So write this class name here in this CSS file for this small details. Let me add h2 also. And for this h2, we will add the font weight. Let me copy this one, then write H4. In this H4 we have added the price. So here we will add text align right and font size. Now you can see it looks good and the price is on the right side. After that we have to add one horizontal line. So let me come back, and after closing of this div, which is for small details, here we will add one HR and add a class name. So the class name is line. Now for this line we will add the CSS. So write this class name here in the CSS file, and here let's add the border. So the border will be 0 and height 1 pixel. Then we will add the background, one color code which is CCC, and width will be 100%, and the maximum width will be 800 pixel only. Then we will add some margin, 20 pixel from top, left right 0 and bottom 50 pixel. So you can see there's a line at the bottom. Now just come back, and after this line we will add a form. So let's add a form tag, and for this one we will add a class name also. So let me add the class name check form. In this one let's add a div, and within this div we will add the label for the form. So it is check-in, and after this label we will add the input field. So write input, type will be text, and write the placeholder. So in this placeholder we are adding add date. Now we will add 3 different input fields. So just duplicate this div, then change the label, and now in the third one the label will be guest and the placeholder will be to guest. After these input fields we will add one submit button. So here we will add one button tag. Button type will be submit, and button text will be check availability. After adding this, again refresh the website, and you can see we have the labels, input field, and one button. Now let's come back to the HTML file, and here we have the class name check form. Just copy this one, write it here in the CSS file. For this one we will add some space, so margin 30 pixel and 0. Then we will add the background, which is FFF white color, and some box shadow. So it will be very light shadow around this form, and after that we will add the border radius of 8 pixel, and display will be flex and flex wrap. Then align items will be center. Then we will add the padding of 10 pixel and 50 pixel. Now you can see the shadow around this form and these contents side by side. So let me come back and copy this one, and in this one we have added label tag. So write label, and for this one let's add display block, and now you can see the input box just below the label. Let me copy this one, and here we have added the div. So let's add the div, and for this div we will add some space. So padding 20 pixel. So you can see some space around these input field. Now again copy this class name, then write input. For this input box we will add the background transparent, and border will be 0 and outline will be none. So you can see these input fields looks good. Let me come back, and here you can see we have the button. So here we will add the class name and button. For this button we will add the background, this color code, and after that we will add the border 0 and outline none. Then we will add color. So it will be the text color of the button, white color, then some padding 18 pixel, and width will be 350 pixel, and after that we will add border radius. So it is 8 pixel, and font size will be 16 pixel. Now you can see this button looks good, but we want this button on the right side. For that, let me come back to the HTML file, and here in this div we will add a class name guest field, and copy this class name, write it here in this CSS file, and here we will add flex 1. After adding this, if I come to the website again, now you can see this button on the right side. So this is the perfect position for this button. So we have completed this form also. After that, we will add some list of text. So here you can see we have the form closing tag here. Here let's add one UL and add the class name details list and write li. In this li we will add a small text entire house, and we will add one more text in span. So write the span tag and write the text. Now we need 4 lists, so just duplicate this li and replace the text. After updating all these text, let me open the website again, and you can see these lists just below the form. Now just come back and copy this class name details list, and here we will add list style none and some margin. Just write this class name again, then write li. For this li we will add margin from the left side, and we will change the font size. It will be 20 pixel, and after that we will add the font weight, and in this li we will add the margin from the bottom, so there will be some space, and after that we will change the color. Write this class name again, then write li, and in this li we have added the span tag. So in this span let's add the display. So display will be block, and we will change the font weight, and we will change the font size also. Now you can see it looks good. Next we have to add some icons in all the list. So come to the website fontawesome.com, click on icons, and here we can search for icon. So let me search home, open this icon and copy this one line of code and place it in the HTML file where we want to display the icon. So I will add it here in this li. Let me come back, and here we will search for another icon, which is paint. Click on this icon, copy this code and add it here in the HTML file. Now let's search for the third icon. It is map. Click on the icon and copy the code. Place this icon here. Now we will search for the fourth icon. It is hurt. Just copy this one and add it here in this HTML file. After adding this, open the web page again, and you can see these icons on the web page. Let's come back, and here we will add the class name, then li and I. For the icon we will add the position absolute, then we will add top 50 pixel and left. So the left will be minus 40 pixel. After that, here you can see we have added the CSS for the li. So in this one we will add position relative. Now you can see perfect position for these icons, and it looks beautiful. After that, again we have to add one line at the bottom. So let me come back, and here you can see we have the HR with the class name line. So write it here just below this UL. And again we will add one text in p tag. So this is the text. So you can see this text on the web page. Let me come back, and let me add one line just below this text. And in this text we have added the p tag. So in this p tag we will add a class name. So let me add the class name home DESC, which is home description. Write this class name here in the CSS file. For this home description we will add the maximum width. It is 700 pixel, and we will add the margin from the bottom. So this text looks good, and this line also. After this line we have to add one map. So let me come back and open the Google map. In this one, search for the location that you want to embed and click on this share icon. After that, click on this embed a map. Click on this link, and here you can copy this HTML code. Just copy this one and come back to the HTML file. Here, after this line, we will add one div with the class name map. Within this div, just paste the HTML code that you have copied from Google Map. So this is the iframe tag. After that, let me open the web page again, and you can see this Google Map on the web page, but it is very small, so we need it on the full screen. So just copy this class name map, write it here in this CSS file, and for this map we will add some space, so we will add margin 50 pixel and 0, and in this one you can see we have the iframe tag. Write this class name, then write iframe, and width will be 100%, and we will add some space at the bottom, so let me add the margin bottom 30 pixel. Now you can see this map on full width. After that we have to add one title just above this map, so come back, and before this iframe we will add a text in H3. So this is the location on map. You can see this text here, we need some space and we will change the font weight. So just come back and write this map and write H3. For this H3 we will add the font size and we will add the font weight and margin from the bottom. Now this text looks good. Next we will add some text just below this Google Map. So come back, and after this iframe, here we will add one text in B tag. So it will be a bold text. And after this text we will add a small text in P tag, which will be normal paragraph text. So you can see we have two lines of text here. One is bold. Let me come back and copy this B. Here we will add dot map and B. For this bold text we will add the display block and we will add margin from the bottom 16 pixel. So this text looks good. After adding this, again we need one horizontal line, so let me come back and copy this one, write it here after this map, and here we will add the information about the host. So let's add a class name with the host. Now we will add one image, write the file path of the image, it is host.png, and after that let's add a div, and in this div we will add the name of the host. So let's add hosted by Brandon, and after that let's add P, and in this P we need some icons that will be star icons. So let me add one span, and within this span we will add the icon. So let me come back where we have added the icon. So here it is, just copy this one and add it here. Here let me remove the last one and duplicate this FA star. So we will get the 4.5 star. You can see the image, name and 4.5 star. Now after this span we will add NVSP to add some space, then write text, it will be 245 reviews. Again we will add a space, then write another text, response rate 100%. Again we will add a space, and here we will add response time. So the response time is 60 minutes. Now you can see these info at the bottom. Next we have to add the CSS properties for this host info. So just come back and copy this class name host, write it here in the CSS file. Now for this one we will add display. So the display will be flex and align item center. Again write this class name and write image, img tag, and here we will add the width 80 pixel. Border radius will be 50% so that it will be a circle, and after that we will add the space from the right side. So margin right 30 pixel. Again write this class name and write h2. For this title we will add the margin at the bottom and we will change the font weight. You can see the changes. Now again come back and copy this class name, and here you can see we have added I tag for the icon. So write this I, and here we will change the color like this. Now you can see this host information looks good. After this we have to add one button just below the host info. So just come back, and here you can see this host div is closing here. So here we will add one a tag and write the anchor text contact host, and we will add a class name also. So the class name is also contact host. Now you can see this link at the bottom, which is contact host. Next we have to design this. So just write this class name here in the CSS file, and for this one we will add display. So the display will be inline block. Then we will add margin 40 pixel 0, 40 pixel and 120 pixel. After that we will add text decoration none and color. Then we will add the padding, then border of 1 pixel solid and this color code. Then border radius will be 8 pixel. After that you can see this button looks good. So we have added all the contents, but we need to add the footer also. For that we will come back to the HTML file. We will add the footer at the bottom. For that we will add one div with the class name container, and within this container we will add the footer. So let me come back to the second page, which is the listing.html. Here we have added the footer. So let's copy this footer and add it in the new page like this. And again come back to the second page. Here we have the script. So just copy this script and add it here just above this closing body tag in the new page. After that again come back to the website, and you can see this footer at the bottom. We have the social media icons and copyright text and all the contents. You can see we have added the house title, gallery, form, some information, Google map and host info. Now let me open the page in smaller screen so that you can see some of the contents are good, but for someone we need to fix using the media query. So right now you can see the title is not visible. So let me come back and come to the CSS file. First we will add one comment. So let me write the comment media query for house details page. Here we will add the media only screen max width. Copy and paste it here. And now we will come back to the HTML file. In this HTML file you can see we have added the class name house details. Write it here in this CSS file within the media query. Here we will add some space from the top, margin top 150. And now you can see this title is visible. Next we will add the CSS for this small text. So you can see we have the class name row, and in this row we have the text in p tag. So just copy this row, write it here, then write p. So for this one we will add margin from the top. So this text looks good. Next we have to add the CSS for this small images. So just come back and you can see we have the class name gallery. So write this gallery here, and here we have to change the template for this gallery. So we will add grid template areas. Now write the quotes, and in this quote we will add first. So there will be only one image in the first row. Again add the quote, and in this one we will add 2 dots. So there will be 2 small image in the second row. Again write the same thing. So there will be another 2 image in third row. After adding this, again refresh the website, and you can see the gallery looks perfect. Next we will add this CSS for the text just below this gallery, and for this price also. So just come back and you can see we have the class name and h2 h4. So write this class name here, small details and h2. Here we will add the font size, and after that we will add margin from the top. This text is good. Next we will add the CSS for this price. So write it again. We will change it to h4. For this h4 we will add the text align left and margin 10 pixel 0. Then we will decrease the font size. It will be 18 pixel. So this looks good. Next we have to add the CSS for this form. So let's come back, and here you can see the form class name check form. Then we have div and we have input. So write this class name first, and here we will decrease the padding. So we will add the padding of 10 pixel and 30 pixel. Now in this form we have the div. Here also we will decrease the padding 20 pixel and 0, and width will be 100%. You can see the changes. Next we will add the CSS for the input fields. Just come back and write this class name, then write input. For this input we will add the border bottom 1 pixel solid and this color code. So there will be one line at the bottom. Width will be 100% and some space at the bottom. So we will add padding bottom 5 pixel. So it looks good. Next we have to add the CSS for the button, which is the submit button. Write this class name and here we will add the button. For this button we will add the font size. It will be 14 pixel, and after that we will add the margin from the top, and then we will add margin bottom. After that let's add the border radius of 4 pixel. So you can see this button also looks good. So we have added the CSS for this form. It looks good. After that we have some text which is fine, and at the bottom you can see the host info. So we have to fix this one. So just come back and you can see the class name host. So just copy this host class name, write it here, and here we will add display block, and after that we will add the line height 28 pixel. You can see the changes. Next we will add the CSS for this button. So we have to move this button in the left side. So just copy this class name contact host, write it here, and for this one we will add the margin. So it will be 40 pixel and 0. So this button looks good. Let me scroll at the bottom. So you can see the footer looks good. So we have fixed all the contents in this smaller screen also, and it is working fine. Next we have to connect the other pages from this page, so that if we will click on the logo it will open the home page. So just come back and here you can see we have the logo. So before that let's add one a tag, which is for the anchor tag, and in this href we will add the name of the page. So here we will add index.html, which is the home page, index.html, and just add this image before the closing a tag like this. After that in this third link we will add one file name. So in href we will add listing.html, which is the second page, listing.html. Now you can see if I click on this link it will open the listing.html page, which is the second page. Now just come back and if I click on the logo it will open the home page. You can see. So this is how we can connect the other pages. You can go and add the page name in different href. You can see we have the image here in the second page. So just add the another page name in href. Same thing you have to do in the home page also. So now we have completed the home page, then this listing page, and after that we have completed this house details page, which is this one, and all these pages are completely responsive. So this is how we have completed this house listing page front end. I hope this video will be helpful for you. If you have any question you can ask me in the comment section. Please like and share this video, and also subscribe my channel Easy Tutorials to watch more videos like this one. Thank you so much for watching this video.